Good evening. We at Dawn Media Division of Dawn Corporation are very glad to present the book Art of Balance, authored by Dr. Deepa Ray. It has been a quest, a journey of a life which is very inspiring, very interestingly. Here is to Dr. Deepa. Please, Dr. Deepa.
Thank you, Dawn. I owe this to the publishers who made me write this book. This is my first book launch event, and it's called as Art of Balance, as you all can see. As you know, this book is all about the lessons that I learned during my fitness journey. It's about life, health, and an obsession for fitness. And I have been a fitness freak, and I ended up having an injury. And what I learned during that course is all this book about. Thank you so much.
Come on. Alright, thank you so much. Control system according to City. Introduction of reception.
Not only me, anybody who wants to really keep himself or herself fit, books of this nature will be of great help, because our society generally, people have difficulty in distinguishing science from non-science and science from nonsense. So, in the background, I can't explain this because it can be dangerous to explain it here. But the fact remains that most people really don't understand or follow science-based health tips. The danger is today here, everybody is a doctor. Suppose if I have a problem, if I have a fever or a condition, if I tell anybody here, anybody in India, immediately he will give a prescription. Immediately. He will say something. You do this, maybe you'll be all right. So everybody is a doctor here. And the ideas they give have nothing to do with medicine or science or logic. So, sports itself is highly misunderstood in this country. I also, generally people call me to the sports day functions. Earlier, because usually Dr. Radhakrishnan will be knowing in the districts, then he used to be the collector. And people like me, we used to be the superintendent of police. In the school, they generally think collector is an intelligent person. So they call him, and they are, of course. They would have scored a few marks more than us, naturally. So they call them for annual day, the more sensible and decent occasion, function. And they call this police officer only for sports people. I also go because at least in this place there is no need to talk anyway. You go there, stand there and give a salute during the march past. Once that's over, they'll ask you to give some praises. Well, what is the need to speak in sport day? So I gladly accept and I go and stand there. But there's a serious problem now. They call march past, and 10, 15 teams will march past. Now the sports teachers or the sports physical directors, instead of marching, they'll stand there and dance. They don't go away. So you stand there saluting the people all the time. It's very difficult. You may faint also. But still I go. So, one of the schools they call me, I'm just trying to impress upon you, sports is generally not well understood, so Deepa's book is going to be useful. So, one of the schools they call me with a great fanfare. They say, sir, our school is 100 years old, we give a lot of importance to sports, and we want you to be in our sports day. Of late, I avoid going to sports day function because it's a waste of time, and of course you can see the children. So when I went there, I thought, and they told, sir, we are one of the best schools as far as sports is concerned. We encourage sports. The moment I went there, first there's a Bharatanatyam. That's how the sport they starts. Then there's a Japanese dance. The second year, 100th day, Then there's national integration dance. That's Punjabi, Gujarati, all that dance. Then they said there will be a fusion dance. That means all movie dances. That is nice, good to look at that. I told madam, I thought it's a sports day function. Oh, yes, yes. We have a few more items. I told it's a sports day, let me see some sports. Then she really understood the seriousness. And actually, principal, what she'll do, she'll call the physical director and abuse him. She abused her love. And he came out with, yes, he said, we have a lot of sports events. Now we are going to show a nice sports event to the VIP, that is the chief guest. Then around 10-15 children were asked to come. They lined up. I thought they were going to run. Then somebody brought a spoon. And I again want to emphasize upon this point that anybody who really wants to promote sports, want to be healthy, you have to exercise, run at least for 1 hour, there's no shortcut. I used to conduct programs for my own police officers and policemen. Once I gathered all the people in North Madras, somewhere near High Court, to run up to this, the lighthouse. I asked them to run with me. It was about 6 or 7 kilometers. Initially, some people came with me after that, nobody could find nobody. But when I reached the place, all of them were there already. Yes, I'm already come. Somebody all came to our church. They are able to run. Then we started a health improvement program. Initially, it was called as the tummy reduction program. So nobody came forward. Then we changed the name as personality development program. Nice, you know? All of them came. Then we started the program. It was a 2-month program for all the people who are over obese. Obesity is a big problem. Always we know, in the schools, they say 30% of the school children in Chennai are obese. The only solution for obesity is naturally running or jumping or running or swimming. Otherwise, of course, they will go to the bariatric surgery or something like that, medically. So, the problem is, a lot of parents still think children who are very big and obese is a healthy sign. It's a matter of health. The people who are little large. Some people are looking at me, people don't even respect me as a policeman. They say, he may not be a very good policeman. My mother is very upset whenever she sees me. She says, why are you doing like this? You know, you're not at all healthy. I go, Mom, I'm running, I'm cycling, and swimming is good. And look at the police officers in our department, how healthy they are. But generally, it's just an impression that if you are large enough or obese, it is healthy, but it is not so. So we arranged a training session, and we made a lot of doctors, nutrition specialists. One of the nutrition specialists is the wife of our old DGP. So she came and gave 3 days classes, and she was talking about how much quantity of food you must eat, and less oil, less carbohydrate, all this. And it was a final day, and they were asked questions. The police officer asked questions. So one police officer ultimately asked, Madam, you told a lot of things, a lot of restrictions, a lot of food restrictions. But we can go to Kerala and do a Kotak with a massage. So in 15 days they are reaching 5 kg. With all this instruction about all principles of health, about food, physical activity, sleeping, so many ideas are being given, and he still thinks if you go to Kerala and do the 15 days Ayurvedic treatment, your body will come down by 5 kilograms. So that Professor Madam, she was really hesitant to answer this question. So I told Madam, probably I can answer this question to this police officer. And I told him, gentlemen, with great difficulty, we are trying to impress upon you what you are supposed to eat, what you should not eat. Families, he brought them, tell them not to put more food, put food less, and the interval for eating, you don't eat unless you are hungry. All these principles we are talking, and you say, better than this, you can go to Kerala and do Ayurvedic massage. If you go to Kerala and do this Ayurvedic massage, certainly there will be weight loss. Not for you. The man who has done the massage, he will lose weight. Shortcuts. So certainly, there's no shortcut. I'm very sure this book will be of very great help. We really want to have a healthy India. People should run. I'm very glad now every town, most places, there's a marathon happening. A lot of people are taking active part. A lot of gyms are getting opened. Probably, I still believe that we have a man who works in the gym. Doctors, I have read for doctors. The people who are instructors, gym instructors, they are as good as doctors. Seriously. They serve a purpose as good because they preventive medicine people. I have a great regard for medical doctors. I mean, medical doctors, scientific doctors, science doctors. So I have equal regard for sports trainers. So now, Diversity is doubling as a doctor, a sports trainer, and writer. Keep writing, keep encouraging, keep helping people like us with your wisdom. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
I really work in a very high profile field with the potential for mortality while operating, mortality after the operations. Fortunately, we have very low mortality in our program. How do you cope with it? What do you do when you go home? And I think the answer is what you're talking about. It is a balancing act. It's a profession where you have to show compassion. I think if you do not show compassion to your patients, you will never be a good doctor. But when you take compassion beyond a certain point, your worries about patients beyond a certain point, you won't be able to function as a doctor. So if you take your work home, that's a classical way that many good doctors suffer from. You take one of my colleagues in London was obsessed about the care of the patients. They can't cope with, particularly when you're dealing with children, they can't cope with losses when they have. They can't give up in time. They go on and on and on and on when they know that it is futile. So if you want to balance your work with family and with your own life, so you don't become really, at the end of the day, exhausted with your profession and can carry on and contributing, you have to balance your life.
One of the prime issues, because that has a huge economic impact. I think today we also have taken to I'm coming from another function where our Honorable Prime Minister has launched Ayushman Bharat program. Tamil Nadu had an insurance program. But when you look back, this all is only will give you a balm. It's not going to cure unless we all take charge of our own health. I am sure this book will inspire quite a lot of people, and based on the experience which she shares and the way in a jocular manner he really brought back our Director General of Police really brought back the issues that we tend to take even physical exercise as a joke. Even when we walk, I personally feel that everybody stops, keep talking, and then the biggest challenge to add on to what he has not said is, whenever I see in the beach, I see people immediately replacing the calories with that muru or all kinds of stuff which is being sold, and later somebody gets a diarrhea, again we will tend to blame the system. That who is encouraging? We generally tend to blame poor people. Not many poor people are actually taking off the food, the fast foods and all. Go to a theatre. Everybody is hogging on along with the ticket, like he says. It is that how many popcorns you can automatically do, and people are. I sometimes see 2 or 3 packets they eat. Then suddenly you land up with sugar, another person lands up with pressure, then somebody, and the liver issue is again becoming very serious. Earlier I never used to, before I came the first time, I remember is I think an ex-cabinet minister when he was not even a health secretary. I think Mr. Vilaswal Deshmukh. So now that itself is becoming a very big challenge. So I think all of us, whether it is liver, whether it is intestine, whether it is normal, I think all of us need to know obesity is an issue, fast food is an issue. That doesn't mean that we need to sacrifice food. I personally feel the challenge which we all face is attitude. The biggest challenge, even to us, I am sure doctor also would be agreeing, quite a lot of people will be pushing us, and at 2:45 they will very in a straight face come and say, I think sir you should take care of your health. 2:45. Then 3 o'clock, if at all you manage to catch a wink on a Sunday, suddenly a cell will ring, sir free arkengla. So this kind of general attitudinal problem which we are having, we don't tend to give work-life balance importance. I will end by saying I was on deputation for 3 years in UNDP. Madam actually, she actually talked a lot about the way we work. When I went to UNDP as a head of disaster management, the same kind of way we work, I called my number 2. I still remember. Immediately he said, it was a Saturday. I called and said some work is there. Then he said, sir, you have been a collector, yes. You have led 4 districts, you are there, you are a corporation, yes. You have done, people tend to appreciate those works, yes. But kindly understand that this is not the way to work. Now you are in UNDP, unless there is a tsunami or earthquake, don't disturb somebody after 5:30 in the office or 1 to 2 is a lunch time. And I am telling you for your own goodness. I actually learnt a lot from him. He told me, heavens will not fall. Don't think that it is an Atlas theory, that if you don't attend to it, it will fall. But what he said was that not that we should immediately go, youngsters are there, that we should shirk responsibility. Plan accordingly, but have the gap, have a very good work-life balance, enjoy your life, like she was mentioning, 3 out of 5 if we are managing and if we are honest about it. I personally feel I am not honest about when I say I am taking care of family. It doesn't happen. So I think we all need to take a call and then probably lead a better life. I am sure her book will go a very long way in bringing it back as a very important topic for everybody to ponder over and make decisions which help them in leading a better life in the coming days and also improving youngsters and others who they can interact. Thank you one and all, and wish leadership all the best for this book and many more books to come.
You can just pull it from anywhere and open right away for you. Audience, you can clap and cheer. Oh yeah. Thank you. Next topic, Dr. Radhakrishnan. Next topic is Dr. Sajid. And finally, to the publisher, John Kaviraj. A big round of applause because this would not be possible without his support. Professionals were here to support a successful woman. They were more encouraged